Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Paulina, and today is a very special day. Kind of a nerve-wracking day, but very long-awaited. Today is the day that I'm going to be submitting my rank list for fellowship. Yay! Yay for me! And although it has been a nerve-wracking process, I wanted to review kind of how I got here. A lot of people don't really understand what it takes to get to this stage in training, but I can honestly say, even though it's been long years and a lot of hard work, I feel like it's been worthwhile, and I'm excited for the next step in my future. So without further ado, let's go meet Paulina when she was entering college. All right, so here she is, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, going into college. And you'll see that that's the first stop in our little track, but you'll also see that the track is pretty long. So all years of college, post-bac, medical school, residency amount to about 14 years of my life. So that's where we're at and submitting into fellowship today. So we'll take you to the first stop, which was college. So I went to the University of Loyola in Chicago, and I loved it there. I decided that I was going to become a biology major. So in my fourth year of college, I really started to think more about medical school. So kind of on a whim, I decided to take an MCAT and just see how I would do. And that was a terrible decision. I didn't study well enough and I bombed the MCAT. And it felt like that was going to be the end of my career, but I still had to get through graduation. So I graduated Loyola, and my next step was to really discover my potential in becoming a medical student. All right, so the next step was going to post-bac. At this point, I didn't have a job. I had all my loans, and I didn't have any money, so I had to take out extra loans to do my post-bac degree. And I went to Dominican University, and that was the best decision for me at the time. So at the end of first year, I took the MCAT again. I did much better, and I was pretty proud of myself. I went ahead and I applied to medical school. I received 2 interviews out of those 15 programs. One of them was at my local university, at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and the other one was at UMHS, which was a Caribbean medical school. So I made the decision to go ahead and pursue my medical degree in the Caribbean, and I graduated from my post-bac. I was able to get a Bachelor of Medical Science, and the next step was to go to medical school. So I took a plane down to St. Kitts. I started my 4-year medical school journey, which meant I didn't have a job, so I didn't have any money. So what did I do? Of course, I decided to do another degree. And this time I was going to get a master's in healthcare administration. So there are 5 milestones that every medical student must get through in order to make a match into a residency. The first milestone is taking the Step 1 exam. This exam then takes you to Step 2, and that's your second exam. Once you pass Step 2, then you apply to your residency program. After you apply, you'll get a number of interviews, and eventually you'll go into the match system. So I matched in internal medicine and pediatrics at Mizzou in Columbia. In the summer of 2018, I graduated from medical school with my medical doctorate degree. The next step was going into residency, and this time I was making money, but I had a lot of expenses that came my way. So during my intern year, it was basically a year where I learned how to be a resident, meaning that I learned how to do rounds and how to be efficient and how to divide up my time so that I was getting all my work done in the work days. And during my intern year, I also continued to study because at the end of my intern year, I took Step 3, which is the last of the steps for accreditation. During my second year, I really felt like I became more of a clinician. So during this year, I actually took on a leadership role where I was overseeing other interns. So that meant that I had more time to really think more through our clinical cases while interns were busy doing some of the more tedious work and time-consuming work. In my third year, I pretty much knew that I wanted to be a pediatric cardiologist, and I wanted to really just dive into that world. So one of the things that I did in addition to my traditional training is I went to second clinic. So my second clinic in pediatric cardiology allowed me to see pediatric patients kind of on a bi-weekly basis in an outpatient setting, and I got to learn more from them, from going on an inpatient service to outpatient follow-ups, and it helped me to develop relationships with them and their families, which made me fall in love with pediatric cardiology. And in my fourth year as a chief, I have had the opportunity to really take everything that I've learned and take more of a teacher role. And that means teaching residents and teaching medical students, and also being a point person for all of our residents in our med-peds program. And this year also was the year that I went into the match system. So the whole application process has been ongoing through my third year to my fourth year. So here we are, the last step, which is submitting my rank list for fellowship. So my fellowship journey began in July of 2021 when the Common App opened through my ERAS, which is the portal that everybody uses. I researched heavily, but ended up applying to 49 pediatric cardiology programs. At the start of August, programs started to send out interviews. I got 14 invites to interview at different programs. All of my interviews were done through Zoom. All right, so here we are a few days before the deadline, December 1st, and it's time to submit my rank list. And if you don't know what a rank list is already, I put a little link down below so you can go into the NRMP website and it'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So let's go ahead and submit my rank list. Okay, so I am going to take you through how the match system works. This is what the portal looks like, and I'm just signing in right now and going into my rank order list. And I'm verifying all my information here and looking through all of my choices, and go ahead and was gonna submit, but I got nervous, so I double checked all of the programs I had ranked and made sure that I had everything in the right order. So then I went ahead and certified and had to put in the password here because it's a very secure system. All right, so list is submitted, and I have my emotional support dog, Addison. I just wanted to take some time and kind of reflect on the whole process. I feel really lucky, and I feel really, truly blessed that I have so many people that are rooting for me, are in my corner, and have helped me through literally every step, especially my mentors. You guys know who you are. I feel like without your support, I would have never gotten to this point, but also my family for putting up with me all these years, and never really wavering on me, even though sometimes it's hard for them to understand what I'm doing or why I'm doing it or why I'm still not like a doctor for real. And then also just thinking of my partner, Michael, who's been there through all of it basically since medical school, and just how we have evolved as well, and how our relationship has evolved, and how supportive he's been of me through such a difficult career with a lot of twists and turns. But yeah, I'm nostalgic to think that these are the last months that we will be living here in Missouri. I really liked training here, and I'm gonna miss everybody, I know, but I'm excited for the next step and for everything that's to come from my fellowship training. So I'm excited to see where I go, and to everyone who will be potentially my co-fellows, I can't wait to meet you guys. I think we'll have fun and do some learning too, and I can't wait to get started. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you have any other questions, comments about my journey or the match or the rank list, anything like that, let me know down below. And if you haven't already, check out my vlogging channel where Michael and I will be going through the process of basically moving out and starting anew and somewhere else, and me going through the first steps of fellowship. I am going to try to vlog a little bit more. If you guys are into that, let me know, and what you guys want to see about my journey. And finally, if you are in the match for this season, I wish you guys all the best of luck, and that everybody gets their top choices. Thank you guys so much for sharing this time with me. I feel like I am so well supported by having you guys at the other end of the screen, and I know you guys are with me, and I can't thank you enough for being here. So thank you guys. See you next time.